citizens. Good morning. How's your spirit? Mine? Bright. Today. I don't know, Mark Harris. The sun's up already. You might be able to have some bright light. Anyway, oh, Gizmo. I got up early. I went for my walk. I mean, I pretty much just got up and did the damn thing, y'all. I was up at 5:05. I was out for my walk by 5:45. Back in the house by 6:15. Ta-da! Here I be. I'm gonna smoke this bowl with you guys, talk for a few, and then I'm gonna take me a bath and probably get some more sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night at like midnight, 11 o'clock. No, midnight. Um, and no, it was 11:30 or something. I was gonna live stream then, and yet I was like, I don't know, JP, see how you feel. So I got up and I made some coffee first. Cocoa. So I had some half and half in here, and I mixed it with some water on the stove, warmed it up for a bit, made me some fantastically thick and creamy hot cocoa. It's kind of like a warm milk trick. So I did that. I watched a 30-minute video on the Manson family, of all things, y'all. And then I went to sleep. And after that, I was tired again. And I slept from like 12:30, 1 o'clock until 5 something this morning. Now, the Thumpers were up last night, and that was some annoying shit. Cause I mean, listen, girl, I'ma just tell the truth to the whole fucking world. That man don't give a damn about you. The way you was up there screaming last night, girl, it sounded like he was about to die. It seriously, no, I'm not. I don't fuck that shit. It sounded like this thing. You're gonna need to have a pelvic mesh replacement before you are 60, bitch. Yeah, you look like you're 55 now, so be ready because the shit's. I think that might be why it hurts so much. And I might be wrong for saying it, but I don't really care that much, bruh. Seriously, I always wondered why someone needed a pelvic mesh floor, why they had the replacement shit in the first place. Now I know why. Now I know why. Now I just can't. Y'all, I can't see. So if there's someone in the chat, hey, how's your spirit? Good morning. I'll be back shortly. I am just posting this to the Facebook and I think Twitter too, but we'll see. I'll come back before I go over the Twitter way. Like, no offense. Listen, you should be offended if someone's talking about your sex life, I suppose. Especially if they're saying that your sex sounds like purity shit. There's no love in it at all. I suppose you should be upset. You should feel some type of way. Yeah, I'm just telling you, maybe if you didn't let your neighbors know everything about your sex life, you, so, I don't know. I mean, the neighbors don't know his name. The neighbors know that he is breaking your fucking body. And I said what I said. You know, it's down here. We talk about it. Well, it just. So anyway, y'all gotta understand. An opportunity to be out in the fresh air, wide open, is pretty much an opportunity for me to sing and dance. So I got my headphones on and I'm walking from here to the gas station to get my coffee. And baby, I'm just singing, dancing, minding my own business. I think Senorita might have been playing or Chicago. Huh. Or I was so into the music. Man drove past and honked at me. I waved like, hey. I was in the gas station singing the one song, and the man said something about his winky do or having a baby, and I said it out loud, and the 6 white people around me looked at me crazy. I was like, my bad, it's the music. I don't know you. I'll apologize if I offended you, but I don't really give a damn. That's all I'm really saying. Same thing when it comes to her. there has to be some level of decorum to all of us. Technically, from what I can gather, there's four single women living in this space. Maybe respect that. Ain't none of us, the rest of us, bringing home all that business and making that kind of noise. And one of us is in her 20s. This ain't got no home training, ain't got no bedroom training. Just, yes, you can be trained in bedroom arts. Let's call it that. You can be a courtesan. You can be trained to understand the relationship between a woman and a man in such a way that it's not about just blowing someone's back out, so to speak. It's being able to have intimate conversations about intimate things, not just about like intimacy, but to be intimate in detail about things. If you can do that, then that's when you have a relationship. And hell, somebody might think you invented sex. I didn't mean for this to play. It just came up next. Which one of y'all? But I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of people who don't really think about sex. They just do it. And that's the thing. They just do it. You know what? Let's put a poll in the chat. Um, how did you learn about sex? Porn, TV, church, cousins. If I had one more, I might put like, anyway. Think of cousins as family and friends and things, I suppose. You know, church is an outside influence. TV is too, and porn, they're their own things. But they tend to be how people learn about sex from what I can gather. And then, let's see, let's put a question in the chat. The difference, or is there? Or what do you believe the difference between, no, apologies. What is the difference in between sex, love making, and how do we put that word? Okay, we'll we'll just go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll just go ahead and put it in there. We're just gonna, oh no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do, and you know, cupping, but the other way. You know, yeah, we gotta, come on now. We're not just gonna break every damn rule. Thank you for hitting the likes. Please be sure to hit the poll for me, and maybe leave a comment in the chat and answer the question, please. Okay, so what's the difference between why does it do that? Apologies, y'all. I was trying to do. There we go. What is the difference between sex, love making, and cupping? That's the question. And then there is a poll, which is how did you learn about sex, porn, TV, church, so on. I would venture to say that American television does not. um, does not. American television doesn't prepare you for a loving sexual experience. And that's not to say that American television should. I'm just saying, knowing that so many of our people, and people by that I mean Americans, get everything from TV. Maybe it's just me, but I know better. But first of all, in Europe, when I was 14, there were billboards of people with their boobs out, because boobs are natural. Reason why they don't have nearly as many issues with breastfeeding as we do. Also, the reason why they're not overly invested in today's the way that we are here in the States. Y'all really think them things that somebody can buy, inflate, and deflate are the woo chow. Tell you, some of y'all think that shit ain't wet and sticky. She goes, she playing my song. I just something crossed my mind, and I'm gonna play this because I love this song. Um, Brian McKnight, Brian. I'm gonna do a whole stream dedicated to you. I ain't for sure. But when I say save our celebrity, somebody say Brian, y'all. Don't y'all have him singing the Chili's no more. We need to create a black-owned media conglomerate so that they don't have to do that shit. Okay, it's just too much. It's not fair. It's not okay. I wanted Brian McKnight to sing this song to me one day. In lieu, when my person was on their way. Kind of, like the Martin and Gina thing. We all had a thing we wanted. You know what I'm saying? We just. I wonder where you are. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? That's ironic. I'm live right now and YouTube is blocking my last video. You wonder why I can't get ahead. fight systems because fighting people is beneath me and YouTube. Fighting people solves nothing. It just leaves people battered and bruised. I think the hardest part for me was fighting YouTube and my people too. It's just something that wasn't expected. I mean, shit, JP, quit saying that. It was expected. Inside of me, I knew people were this kind of people. You know? Um, I knew that I knew people would move against what they didn't understand. When I just didn't anticipate them going this far. Is that fair? Like, I suppose because I wasn't ever willing to put my freedom in jeopardy, I couldn't imagine people putting theirs in jeopardy. Because of me. Because of what? My spiritual beliefs? I recognize that there are a lot of people who have had to go up against medical authority after medical authority, and somewhere they've been beaten down and battered into believing that they cannot overcome these diagnoses, or that they cannot simply say, I disagree. I want a second opinion, a third opinion. I'm not insane, something happened to me. Rather than helping people figure that out, people would rather box them in. In fact, the fact that you can get a check if you can prove that your family member is disabled and you're required to take care of them damn near guarantees that no one is going to move in your best interests. That's the most disappointing shit. Because those family members who are supposed to be on your side, they bend the knee to letters behind names and bullshit like that. Those people went to school. They read some books. They studied and practiced some theories. We, human beings, live in these bodies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Who has more understanding over the body than we? So I can accept that you chose to specialize your life around one thing, in the same way that I chose to specialize mine around love of food and cooking. Why does that make you more relevant in my life's decisions than me? The food I eat keeps me alive just as much as going to see a doctor. In fact, it's the food first. So while an apple a day may not keep the doctor away, whole healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, That does. The doctor, the pharmaceutical companies, and by extension, their lobbyists and their effect on the government. And politicians, because what are politicians going to do after being in Congress or politics if they can't go on to lobby something or someone? They'll either do parlor tricks or they'll get in the community and get back to basics. There may be other options. I'm not really. Not up to just me. Something to think about. Wait, I think I know this one better though. Apologies, Martha. Yeah. Oops, I forgot to turn off this hotspot when I got back home. Y'all want to say the world ain't changing? Eli Lilly just cut insulin costs by 70%, or up to 70%. Yeah, yeah. That Hans theory that we were talking, the Heinz theory we were talking about, right? The theory of moral development. People was about to start murdering for some insulin. Back in the day, people used to use their insulin to murder people. Today, people were going to murder for insulin to survive. Because everybody can't just change their diet. Because they have been this way for so long, there's too many things. They would go through too many perils. I personally believe they could maybe make the switch. The way that we talk about this whole dark night of the soul thing. You can lean into your fears and someone is there with you. It's like getting someone to go through their opioid addiction withdrawal, right? Those first 3 days are the hardest 3 days. And then there's about a week to a month or so where there's some residual stuff. And then after that, people need just some spot on care for a bit. Being able to get people that, right? Someone to be with them through the hardest things. Like I said, I always appreciated this program known as TROSA in Durham. Shout out to Cal West. He was one of my classmates. His father was one of the founders of TROSA. But anyway, Kyle was a cool dude. We worked at opposite ends of the building, and we had fun interacting. Me, him, and his executive chef John, because I was the lead chef, cook, whatever the restaurant that I was in. Technically, I was John's equivalent, but Kyle and I were still in school together, so it was this really weird thing. But so we would, seasonality, and we'd have sweet potatoes. First of all, it's North Carolina, so sweet potatoes is sweet potatoes. Let me pick something different. Let's say we're coming up into oyster season, so around October time frame, I think it is. What are you gonna make for an oyster dish? You got to keep your plate. Theirs was 6 plates. And the name of the restaurant was Six Plates. It was 6 plates under $6, right? You could get these $6 things, they're tapas, and try amazing things. Now, at the other end of the restaurant, we're all American fare down there. I will not mention the name of that restaurant because I can't stand that. Woo, Father God, in the morning time, if there was some way to make this bitch get caught up in this shit, I swear to God, promise you, Father, promise you, Father, if I could look her in the eye in court one day and be like, ha, bitch. Oh, that would be a satisfying racial moment. That would be a satisfying queer moment. That would be a satisfying black moment for all of the people in Durham, North Carolina. You have no idea. But anyway, So he was like, nah, even though his food seemed fancier, the space seemed whatever, his plate cost was only $6, which means that when you go to put the meal together, for instance, I went to go and literally my plate cost was $7 today because my coffee, my muffin, and my croissant, that's what it came up to. However, if I were making those things from scratch, it would be different. My plate cost would be under probably $3. Maybe a little bit more. We could $3, right? Because then now we're talking about flour, sugar, butter. And when you're doing plate costs, you don't include time, which is kind of strange, but you don't. You're just talking about what is the cost of the ingredients, right? So we're talking butter, sugar, flour, food coloring, maybe fruit, uh, coffee, dairy products, right? So we're in the $3-4 range. That's the cost of the plate of food. Now, then what we do as culinarians, we're like, all right, it cost us this much to make it, and then there was the time factor, okay? And then there is the spice factor. And then there's our cost. That's why a lot of restaurants, a lot of a lot of non-professionals who get into the culinary industry will do a 30-30-30. 30% overhead, 30% such and such, 30% profit. They're the way that they're expecting to put money out, so to speak. Um, but it's really a 33. Apologies. An anticipation of how their dollar is going to go. 33% of it's going to be in overhead. 33% of it is going to be in variable expenses. So you got fixed costs, you got variable income, and then you got that last thing, which is your menu pricing, revenue stuff. Um, and this is me speaking on this really, really quickly and leaving a whole lot of things and steps out. So just bear with me if it don't sound like it's right or if I'm leaving some things that's not making it match, but you're getting the general picture. So basically, we should do that in all things in life. We should be looking at what our plate cost is, or what y'all call a return on investment, or whatever you want to. How much is it costing me to do this thing? What am I going to get out of this thing? And is it worth the cost to me to do this thing? That's it every day. That was it. So when it comes to talking to someone about addictions, you got to be willing to be with them, even when the costs seem too great, because that's when they need you most. Yet on the other side, you can wind up with something absolutely amazing, stunning even. And I think that's just where we get caught up. We're not willing to take the time. But people really are worth the time. Whether it's for the long haul or the short. It's people are adorable. Good morning, NSC. Long time no see, my darling. How's your spirit? Hey, Ine. How's your spirit? See, people are worth it. People are worth the long haul. Even the short, like. So, listen, people are gonna beat up on you. Sometimes they're not gonna see your perspective or your point of view. And then it's either that they take some time and they realize that even though they don't I don't want to say value. They don't see your perspective on something. They value you enough to keep showing up for you. Spirit says until they show up in you, or you show up in them. What's the deal? Why? Okay, fine. I'm doing fantastic, NFC. That damn snow is headed our way, apparently. I can't believe it. This will be the third week, y'all. This will be the third week. This will be the third week that hell has frozen over, y'all. I don't know if it's a sign from God. I don't know what it is. It will be the third week that it's going to snow here. It snowed on a Tuesday. It snowed on a Sunday. And it's supposed to snow this evening. And we supposed to get some of the snowy weather for no. Oh, what the hello? Hey, y'all. Why? Oh, I swear. I moved out here. Did y'all hear that? That was my clavicle. That was this part of me up here that popped. Up in this region somewhere. It was like, dunk. Like, what the? I don't think my body's supposed to make this much noise. And then this weather right here, y'all, oh, it's just swelling for me. Like, there was no way, even though it was warm enough for me to go for a walk and back, I could have sat outside for a bit like I did yesterday, but I already knew. I was like, no, JP, that winter is coming sooner than you think. Or, technically, winter came late this year. I don't know what the hell the desert is doing this year. The desert forgot to desert this year is what it did. We had 4 days of winter, 2 days of summer, and now we're on our way to what the fuck is this? I don't. Y'all want me to believe it ain't got nothing to do with some weird science out this bitch. I don't know what we've been up to, or I should say our government, but can we talk about it? Since January. Okay. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about the fact that one, norovirus is rampant in Arizona, and now apparently there is a nationwide outbreak of Shigella. Shigella, do y'all understand some of the shit? Y'all are scared. Oh wow, NFC child, listen. You know, if you ever want to move to Arizona, you got a place with me. That's all I'm gonna say on that, and I'm gonna let it be. Y'all, all of the cooties are coming, and they're super, super bugs. Listen, NFC, I know how you feel about coats and things. Yet, can we just say this? Like, y'all don't think maybe all of these super cooties might be a sign from God that something is coming? Like, y'all have never even heard of Shigella. You have to either be in the medical field, in the saving people from cooties field, like the CDC, or a culinarian, pretty much to know what the fuck it is. But now it's running rampant around the country. No, I'm not going to tell you what the fuck it is. Go look it up. Because y'all would make me look it up even if I told y'all what it was. I'm sorry, God. I cursed during a gospel song. Please forgive me. I'm working on it. I apologize. I even played a song for you. It's a cootie, like botulism. Oh, but y'all was fine putting that shit in your face so you wouldn't frown. I had that little line that I get my little Klingon thing. I will take these wrinkles. I will take the Klingonian shit before I will put botulism in my fucking face. Fuck wrong with y'all out here? Y'all wait till super botulism come around. When are y'all gonna eat some bad garlic oil and it's gonna be a wrap? This is the thing. And I want to say Americans, because it's been a minute since I've been around some Europeans, right? You're such narcissists. You believe you're entitled to someone giving a shit enough about their job not to poison your fucking food. That's how arrogant you fucking are. That's when the door dasher, the Uber person comes to your fucking door, you're so goddamn arrogant. You feel like because you gave them that $3 tip, you can talk your shit. Because that bag's supposed to be sealed. You never even bothered to think that maybe at the restaurant it was somebody who knew you, who was pissed off about you, who might have decided to tamper with your fucking food. Y'all stupid out here. Not everyone has integrity, motherfucker. It right, NSZ, I mean, botulism. I want you to understand something. The reason why your child cannot have honey before the age of 2 is botulism. Most commonly found in honey and garlic. It will fuck you up. And you motherfuckers are putting it in your face. It's being used in all kinds of... But it's popular. It's gonna give me tight skin. It's gonna make me pretty, bitch. Okay? It's gonna give you Bell's palsy and your fucking face gonna stay that way. Constantly looking like this. You gotta look up to look down. And then the way you motherfuckers draw them goddamn eyebrows and shit, I can't. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I noticed that they started when they started using it for migraine treatments. They started using men, and then that's when they went to putting men in the commercials for the wrinkles, right? So what they did was they used it for women for the purely aesthetic purpose first. And then the headache, they put both men and women in the commercials, and then they switched to putting men into the more vain, so to speak, marketing. They gonna train your brain. They gonna trick you into to accepting the shit, regardless. It is marketing ain't nothing but human psychology. It is all marketing. You can read the people, you can read the room, you can read the climate, you can sell ribs to a church lady on Sunday wearing white gloves if you get it right. You just gotta know. Did she go to the grocery store? If she got something at home waiting? No, you just gotta know. And today we share every damn thing. We will give information away. We don't care. Because we've yet to recognize or understand that it is our information, our data. Today, our DNA. It is our DNA that they want to control, to use, to pave the way. Y'all don't understand? Your children will be born. Listen. I'm gonna play this song. It's like if you some of you have good credit DNA, debt DNA. There ain't nobody supposed to have free and unfettered DNA. You dig? Your free radical DNA is a fucking problem. You hear? Okay, that's what I'm saying. They don't. You better be tethered to owing them something all the way down to your damn bloodline. And if you don't, they want you. They gonna try to get you. They gonna try to get you until they can get your DNA. What's so special about your goddamn DNA? You get to go your own way. Oh no, we are definitely coming for that shit. And if we can't incorporate it into our systems of bullshit, we gonna do our best to make a system of bullshit around it. If that don't work, we gonna destroy it. We gonna demolish that shit. We gonna lie on it, then we gonna destroy it. We gonna use it for as long as we can. Either way, that's the government. That's why you can see Fed cases take years. Victims just languishing, people just languishing in the system. Fed cases cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to a person, millions on billions of dollars for us and the government. When I say us and the government, I mean taxpayers, the government. If they don't be a target of the feds, god damn. They gonna do their best to keep you where they are while they monitor the fuck out of you, dude. You ain't doing shit they don't want you to. Or need you to. Shout out to the entrapment crew. I hear your time's coming soon. Be right back, get coffee. Okay. Ironically, NSC, I was gonna go over to Twitter and put out a thingy because I was like, I haven't seen her in a while. How's Holly? I get like that sometimes. Your spirit must have felt mine and was like, well, let's go see. Oh, hey, look, JP's live tonight. But I understand. Please, please, please understand this. I grew up and married military. I love my country more than any fucking thing. And what I love most about my country is that my country sent me abroad along with my daddy to Germany. And I learned about my country from outside. I was able to hear, see, and witness how they felt about Americans and then American blackness. You see, it was a one time in my life where I wasn't black first. I was American first. Inside, I knew I was the only chocolate chip in the room, and so there was some shit that I had to do. But outside, I was the American. and they wanted the American experience. Then they found out that the American experience, black versus white, was different. There was a couple of years where, anyway, I say all that to say, that's why when I came into this space, y'all, I see this. I see things that y'all don't know, but you need to know and understand how the world views us. Not just inside, but the global experience of Americanness and then American blackness. Y'all got it twisted. We aren't the only black people out here. Black people are the oldest known consciousness on the planet. That means the fucking globe. We've always been here. Every part of this bitch. From the start of this bitch. You all forget basic fucking science. The equator. You dark as shit by the equator. Why? Because you're closer to the what? Sun. Melanin, bitch. Trot your ass on up. I don't, this way. Y'all want to be some flat earthers? Believe that the earth was flat and everybody just walked straight up the motherfucker from the equator to the top. Whatever y'all call it in the northern hemisphere these days, or whatever shit y'all. That, you weird anyway. I'm not trying to, just can't stop thinking about you. Man, I'm beginning to wonder if there's any spiritual integrity in the arts community, grand scale. There's a dude who had all of these amazing photographs, supposedly, that later to come to find out it was all AI technology. He's already made his money and already lied and put a stain or a blemish on the community. So, is there any maybe that should be a thing? Integrity in the arts. Is it a thing? Listen, me. I mean, we all have to take ethics at some point, or we deal with something in. Okay, so integrity in art, OECD. Um, can the arts maintain integrity in interdisciplinary learning? Integrity in the arts, word matters. How to keep the integrity of art in STEAM. This one seems to be this is more about teaching integrity than it is about. So I don't want a scholastic standpoint on it. I want to see it from a council, committee, accountability standpoint. Yes, but it doesn't make money. There is integrity in the arts, but people don't want to invest in that. I think that that's the thing, though, NFC. People more and more are understanding the need to invest in integrity. Because okay, this is one of those things where I didn't care for Trump. I didn't vote for Trump. In fact, I voted for Biden so we would have more time. That was it. That was it. Seriously, I knew that Biden was a Manchurian candidate. I saw Jill Biden escorting him around the goddamn room like a undernourished dementia patient early on. We got to have the damn what's them things called? Um, we had to have the debates at 4 in the afternoon on the East Coast, because otherwise that motherfucker gonna go down by 7 p.m. He's just gonna be out. Can't rationalize shit. That's why I had to experience it so that I could understand it. But believe me, my brain is whole and fully intact. But that anyway. So I knew it was a calculated risk. But you see, Trump was a fucking terrorist. Okay? The same domestic terrorist that's been coming for me since I came to YouTube, the same domestic terrorist that's been kicking it with that dude. But what Trump did do, which is what I was trying to say, is he shined a light on all of those things. He put a gleaming spotlight on the fact that money moves the metric. Money will get people to do a bullshit shell game, even though they know it's bullshit under every fucking cup. And somebody long since pocketed the red ball. You dig? She says artists sell a lot of themselves just to make a living off what they love. So people who want to make money as an artist usually sell out pretty quick. Right. The art community is currently. So here's what happens, right? Your first comment, artists sell out quickly. And then the rich, they make it, oh, that artist that sold out so fast. Oh my gosh, look at them. They're drugged out, binged out. This art is fantastic because of that. Because the artist bottomed out, not because the artist is talented. That's why art is so fucking expensive. There's nothing to do with the fact that the artist is talented. It's everything to do with the fact that the artist suffered and struggled. Oh my God. That is what the elite find worthy of investing in. Your trauma, your torture, your pain, not your fucking talent. That's why there's no integrity in art in that sense. And yes, they are at war with the AI art community. I believe that they are two separate things. I am someone who looks forward to creating visual art using certain forms of technology. Apologies, y'all. Ear is itching. Ooh, great day, y'all. I'm telling you, a little bit of dairy goes a long way. I'm great. My spirit's fantastic, Von Eric. I got a little rah rah, and my ear got a little itchy as a result. um, but you know, I think that, can I just say this? I think that one of the things that, yeah, he killing. Larry the snow leopard that brought snow to Tucson. It'll be here this evening, supposedly. Yeah, he not light skinned. He a snow leopard. Y'all ain't know that? Yeah. No, no, and not yet. Well, I should say not yet. NFC. The because the AI art community is kind of new to me in the sense that, like, I kind of don't want to put a judgment call on it yet. I don't know. I think the lawsuit might do something to affect that. But what I want to say is, spiritually, I think that I think the universe, the creator, the spirit is upset with a lot of artists because it's like, I gave that gift to you. You sold out. You took this when you could have had all of this. That's not okay. I feel like, like listen, you're talented, you're artist, so the spirit's like, as long as you ain't did nothing karmic with them fruit flies or anything. I'm kidding, Ina, I'm kidding. You'll be fine. Um, yet, hold the line, so to speak. Hold the door. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, oh, it's in my periphery. Yeah. So it's in my periphery, NFC, because I know that there's been some theft of my intellectual property and some copyright issues. Yet it's kind of it's all under these different bubbles at the moment. It's just really difficult, like, because you got the manosphere out here and they use some of the same AI technology that these digital artists use to get things done, and I'm not talking about you, of course. um, but so the same AI technology that was used to create the AI art is the same AI technology and bots. um, so like those things, if that makes so. Apologies, NSD, you weren't here yesterday, and I was picking because I was saying spiritually, karmics are like the gnats out in the springtime, and then Ine came in later on talking about fruit fries and bananas, and it just became a thing that lasted for the majority of the live stream, and it was no way it was not going to go over into this one. I'm trying to stay focused though. Um, so the AI technology that they used to create the art, they use that same AI technology to steal identities for the scamming that was going on during the PPP loan shit, during the Manosphere investigation, and I don't know how that's wrapped up yet, or if it has. There's a host of, like, so you use a Russian bot, you can't expect Russians to have a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? You don't think that Russians gonna get lazy too? Y'all. I mean, come on. Humans are humans. Humans are humans. So what they gonna do? They gonna be real human and get lazy too. Discipline is, man, take work. Yes. Well, I mean, again, NFZ, you've heard me, you've read me saying this, you've read my comments on this, you've heard me saying this before. The government has had my data, my DNA, my everything since I was 4 years old, dude. I ain't even bothering to try to be upset. But yeah, the rest of you, y'all need to start. Here's the thing, though. You be hitting them. You hit that recapture. You hit the terms of service. You say yes to things without reading the fine print, baby. It's you. It's you. They already got you. The AI itself needs work and uh, can be used for whatever people tell it to. Yes, the thing is NFC, we want to stay ahead of the AI. Here's one of those things: the military used to say you need to be 10% smarter than the equipment you're working with. When it comes to AI, baby, you have to be at least a light year ahead of the technology that you are working with, and most people aren't. Yeah. Okay, so you gotta think. Okay. I want you guys to understand something, because I don't think that you really do, but this is really what happens. Okay, lots of things are tested first on a military base or in the military community. For instance, if you live in a grocery store that instead of it having the little pieces of paper inside of the bannering, the little thing that tells you what the price is, and it's got like a ticker thing or something where there are LED lights underneath that. They tried it in the military community as early as 2007, if not sooner. Okay. They tested out on military communities and families first, whether we're in agreement with some of the shit or not. So yeah. So when they okay, so they began switching over military medical records. I want to say it was around 2006, because it's when I got my medical records file was like this. Now that's not just because I had a host of shit, but you got to remember it went from the time that. I was 4 years old to like 36. They moved all of that information, page by fucking page, supposedly, from a paper database, for paper, drawers and drawers and drawers of shit, to computerization, right? And then they had to secure that information. Now, I want you to understand something. The military had long since messed up the game. Since your great granddaddy was in the army, they were telling you to put your social security on everything. So now in this crossover, your information is the fuck out there. They cloned military folks because they had to. This is not me saying that it's the right thing to do, but when you're talking about them having to get information put in, documentation, if you went to military people moved and moved and moved. 32 years of me being around the government, that meant that they had my records on file in Fort Drum. They had them at Fort Carson. They had them at Fort Stewart, Fort Bliss. Do you understand? That's all information. And let's just say, for instance, that in Rheinberg, Germany, instead of them clearing out everything in that place, some of the stuff got locked in the basement. And someone's been perusing down in that bitch. 30 years later, because everybody now is interested in geo-tagging and traveling and shit. What up, Israel? How's your spirit? Nice to see you over here. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the compliment. Or the sentiment, as it were. I'm not saying that it was an intentional thing. But once... So you've got a version of my information here, and a version of my information here, and a version here. Now you got to bring all of those versions together to get an understanding of what is truly me from a government perspective. From what the government has on file about my DNA, my family, my history, my legacy. Just me. I'm just one being. Now imagine you extrapolate that shit out to the 1% of military people who served, and then their families. The government took on a task that they weren't prepared to take on, and it has grown into this thing. They brought in outside sources to get it done, and it's grown into this thing. You need to look into the Patriot Act 1 and 2 and understand you gave away your right to complain in a way. The No Child Left Behind thing, you promised to give your information about what was going on to your children. I'm not talking because civilians did. The military, we had already done it. They already have our DNA. We are what they use to figure out what you are or aren't going to do. And then came the No Child Left Behind, the 2 Patriot Acts, and it was like, shit, we can combine or we can compare the 2 and then extrapolate other data. Now we can make you motherfuckers dazed and confused because we can just put all kinds of shit out there. You can think you can be, oh, this is going on, whether it is or isn't. Do you understand? That's the thing. To keep you dazed and confused, so you're not paying attention to what's actually happening to you. I apologize. Woo child. He said they have AI criminal predictive software they testing in Florida. Yeah. Oh, honey, y'all gotta understand something. Listen, you need to pay attention to the fact that Disney just lost their governing rights in the state of Florida. Understand that sitcom is in Florida. Understand that little ride pass thingy that you get at Disney, that's military technology. Y'all are playing. Where do you think that the government tests shit? Outside of on military personnel and their families, where you motherfuckers congregate the most. They've been up to bullshit since who knows, y'all. I can remember. I know it's got to be at least since I was a kid, and I went to Disney when I was 3 or 4, just before my parents, just around the time my parents joined the military. And then let's not even talk about what it is that they do to their children. The rich, like, oh, never, I can't. GPS. Let's see. She says cell phone and email. Right. GPS, cell phone, email, all originated from the military. Now, please understand something. Please understand something, because there is a gentleman out there that they say the digital cell phone came from this man. Please, please. It's possible that he came up with the technology that the government paid him so that they could go ahead and do whatever. Or they were like, you know what, we need to say that it came from somewhere. So it does not matter. Please understand that once the government has their hands on it, they are using it against you. It's like you having the audacity to believe when the police officer says, well, I need you to work with me so I can get you da 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 da. That officer is not going to do anything in your best interest. They are there to get a job done. Either get somebody arrested or get the fuck home safely. Both if they can achieve it. I don't know when this happened or why people believe this thing. Yet people seem to believe that while no one has a heart, everyone's heart is invested in the job that they do. You understand? Does it make sense? Are you getting what I'm saying here? People, y'all believe that everyone is invested in their job. Like it means so much to them that they wouldn't jeopardize that shit. And people will jeopardize that shit for any fucking reason. And I'm saying that because if you understand that, then you understand that they don't give a. If they don't care about the job, they don't care about you when you show up in the room. So why you think they're gonna have your best interest at heart? They trying to do the bare minimum to get the job done, go home, put up their feet, and motherfucking what? Smoke their weed. Quit playing with me out here. They ain't no different than us out here, but you all investing too much in them being invested in any fucking thing. You're not invested in that type of shit. Why do you think other people would be? So much of the CYA in the government is simply people trying to cover up their human errors. You make mistakes. Your eyes get tired. You forget to put a line across the T and it becomes an I. You understand? There are things that happen. And rather than say, shit, y'all, I think I might have made a mistake. Let's just go back and take one more look at it. People will let it go. Or they'll lie. Or worse, they will cover up the mistake. Then it becomes purpose. Because now you got to continue to cover and continue to cover until there is no more cover. It's At that point, it stops being human error and it becomes fraud. You move fraudulently against the government. All you had to do was tell the truth about whatever it was, that one mistake you made that day. Instead, we're all stuck in this spot, trying to figure out who's going to get the three hots in the cot. Because you didn't recognize the truth right in front of you. As people, specifically in this space, everyone had choices to make. Some people made the right choice, some people made the wrong ones. See, the thing is, I think the morally bankrupt, those who have no integrity, they don't care. They're going to go until they can't go anymore. Until they are met I guess with destiny, so to speak. Until that cognitive dissonance meets clarity. And they realize, oh shit. Shit. I'm part of the disparity. I'm part of the problem. How can I be a solution? How can I be a lightning rod for change? That's confirmation for somebody. Someone says, Spirit says to play this song. Ironically, whoever you are, you're correct. At one point, it was "We Are the World," but now it's "Heal the World." It's because we refuse to recognize the world was suffering when that song came out. We saw it as the African AIDS epidemic. We never saw it as our own. We never saw divesting as our thing. It was our support of their thing. It was the African in African American, which is why there has to be a fight for American blackness, because we left it on the table. So we have to heal that part of us that thinks that blackness is something to be left behind. All color comes from blackness, darkness. That's not to deny any other color in the rainbow, just to make it clear that without blackness, and the refraction of light, those colors would not exist. Emptiness. No. How can something that can create all of those things be empty? It's full. You're extracting things, unpacking, unraveling, shining a bright, beautiful light on everything that is you. I suppose my point is there is some black in all of you. It's been a joke in the black community for a long time. Oh, she got a little bit of black in her family. Princess Thickums over there. I don't know how far back in the family it goes, but she, the oldest known consciousness on the planet. We know it all. Oh, Von Eric, thank you for saying that. Boy, I have a hard time with it, y'all. Listen. Okay, one more thing, and then we gonna try to get up out of here by 8:00 for real, y'all. But can I say? I want to say this. I've always had this thing about new world religions, occults, like paying attention. Helter Skelter was something I was fascinated by when I was 13. I suppose it was spiritual understanding from the Creator to pay attention. Don't become these things. But so I look at Jim Jones. I look at Manson, and I look at L. Ron Hubbard and their people. What the people. How do you avoid that? You say I'm a blessing to us all. I appreciate that. I give it to the Creator all the time. Yet there are some times when it's like, hey, yo, let's talk about it. Let's be about it. There is something else. Like, it's time for us to move forward and advance certain understandings of things. And we may have to let go of some understandings of things. Saying all that to say, it's the thing that I've been running from. Like, let me look up the word exalted, because that's what it is. To hold in very high regard, think or speak very highly of. Okay, I can take it in that sense. However, but again, it's just that thing, people, I'm going to say it, always make sure that your thoughts are your own. We live in a world where people want to control you. And some people want to be controlled. This is not saying that you do, Von Eric. What I'm saying is, I'm not someone who wants to control anyone. I never want it laid at my feet that I have told anyone to do anything. I want you to go on your own journey. Go your own way. Be your own being, your own leader, your own thing. Create your own fucking galaxy. If I inspire you to do that, then thank you. That's my blessing. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing everything that you achieve. It's your achievement. You see what I'm saying? I want it always to be yours. I think this is one of those things. So early on in my streaming days, I kept trying to explain to people The way that you show respect or appreciation or value for what I do, show up to my streams, support me in whatever way you can, as many ways as you can. You do not have to say my name. You can shout me out. You don't have to say that I'm the source of your content. None of those things, or your awareness or your awakening. That's not what I'm asking for. Give what you would expect, what you would want. You're willing to pay bullshit cauliflower people for a degree. And what are you doing with it? But the information that I provide you, what are you doing with that? And why is it okay for you to take it for granted while you pay them white men back? Thank you, Von Eric. I appreciate that. Hey, Marcus! What it do? Marcus. Marcus, darling. How's your spirit, Marcus? What are you up to? I'm being ridiculous. Um, actually, I'm not. I'm being profound, prophetic, and prolific this morning. Yes, and then I had to drop it down to because Marcus is the very first like I think Marcus might be the first person I felt comfortable being messy with, because Marcus is prior military. He just understands we move different. We talk shit to each other for the sake of talking shit to each other, because we gonna always we are. I mean, true military. That's the thing about it, because there are some vets, y'all, who just really ain't. They some whole other ish out here. They claim veteran status, and yet she be like, I've been watching you, but you don't look like no veteran, dude. You look like you sat behind the desk and you did some stuff. You pushed some papers around. You moved some dead weight and shit, but you was just a seat filler while we was on deployment and shit. She said, the Eartha Kid just entered. Yes. I know you're not talking, Miss Kitty. Hey, Marcus, how do you feel about green drinks? What do you think about pecans, Marcus? Marcus. Marcus, darling. And the best thing when she grabbed his face, bruh. I'm like, I mean, it is easy money, but I don't know about listen, it's easy money and you can take it if you want to, but don't show up in these spaces trying to act like you was the baddest vet on the block, like you was just standing out there next to Pat Tillman taking shots and shit. Nah, be the bullshit ass veteran that you was all laid up in the goddamn corner. You be like that dude. You know what? I got you. Cause y'all like Game of Thrones so much. Game of Thrones. Damn, what's that scene? Uh, y'all, I'm gonna find it. Hold on. What's the dude's name where Sam comes back to get Gilly after the fight? No, not that one. Sam. Okay, so Sam goes. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you know what I'm talking about. He said, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. Why would I want to watch cauliflower people in the middle? Hey, first of all, kudos to you on using the cauliflower thing. Cauliflower people, that's us over here. We started that shit. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it is not the Middle Ages. It is not the Middle Ages. It is the seven realms. Okay, it is the seven kingdoms. This is not, listen, because you, listen, this is not, no. It's more like the Lord of the Rings and people get laid. You don't just like have pretend sex. You don't like dream and whispery shit. Like Game of Thrones is like Lord of the Rings with pornographic tendencies. But anyway. Okay. Anyway, so Sam Tarly is this chubby ass dude who, for the majority of the show, is just he ain't worth shit. Like you just be like, damn Sam, man. But see, twice Sam does some shit. You're like, oh shit, Sam is the dude out here. Okay. But then there's this incident where after a fight scene or whatever, he goes to reclaim a woman and a baby. And when he goes to reclaim this woman and this baby, he finds this other dude in there that's just been hiding and cowering like a little bitch. But before he was talking to shit about Sam's homie John. And so to see this man down there cowering in the corner when the woman and the baby is out there, like, come on, man, we ready to go. The woman is like, can you hold the baby so I can go to war? So when Sam come back and he see this punk ass motherfucker here, that's the type of veterans I'm talking about. You punk bitch ass motherfucking veterans and your stolen valor whores, y'all stay the fuck over there. Y'all stay over there. The rest of you mugs, come on. Let's get this shit. He said Lord of the Rings meets Spartacus meets. There you go. That's a very good version. Yes. Yeah. Because you got to be honest. Because in the Lord of the Rings, there is no yeah, like the closest you get to big man buffery in the Lord of the Rings is like the trolls and the ogres and things, right? But in Game of Thrones, honey, you got Khal Drogo and all of his people, and they are on horses and ooh, baby, shit. Oh, and then wait, Hotel Erotica. When you get around to what's his name? When they get around to the folks from Dorne, holy shit! You think the little dude getting some booty in a brothel and being married to a hoe is one thing. When you get the folks from Dorne, and first of all, they are pretty as shit. They fine in a motherfucker out here. Okay, then they just sleeping with everything. Everybody, not everything. Every adult. Hey, you the right looking adult, honey. They is giving you some play. Okay. And then he had all the bravado in the world. But as they say in what's the name of that damn The Incredibles? Monologuing will get you fucked up every time. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But listen, if you are not a Game of Thrones watcher, if you've never watched it before, watch the first full season. Just do me that favor. If you like, okay, so if you're into Lord of the Rings, Spartacus, those types of things, listen, if you're in the Hotel Erotica, don't tell me about it. Let's just keep it for a later time when we really, when we meet in person. I don't know. Under the right circumstances, you can tell me about your Hotel Erotica. Anyway, what I'm saying is if you're into those things, then watch the first full season of Game of Thrones. If that don't get you hooked, then hey. Oh, also read the books. You should read Von Erich, you're a book reader, so you should read the books and then watch the show. The Incredibles is one of my favorite movies. Oh, I bet you are a Elastigirl out here, Von Erich! Bah. Hey, I'm gonna play Rubber Band Man and I'm gonna take a pause for the cause. I'm gonna let that resonate how it resonates. Wait! Bitch, there's a Spinner's Rubber Band Man. I ain't even... Let me go where I was going though. Hey, it's Wednesday. It's a good day for some new strains of weed. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Hit the link one time for your girl. Also, make sure you do that wholesome YouTubian thing. Like, share, subscribe. Send somebody over here to see this video. I'll be right back. I'm going to Twinkle. Who I'm in? Rubber Band Man. Come on, Elastigirl. Get it. Okay. Apologies. Von Eric, you gonna stop lying now. You ain't gonna tell me that you ain't never seen The Incredibles before. Everybody's seen The Incredibles. Now, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I believe that you have not. Let me say this. Uh, so, in honor of NFZ being present, Ine's green Hulk drink. I swear to God, it's green. It's green. It's green. Ine, it's gonna be green today. And our favorite homie, Kazoo, Von Eric, the green dude in spirit. Bella is making a return visit. This is the original homie that got me through, y'all. Seriously, like, if Larry is the support leopard, then Fella is the foundation of Fella. Like this guy right here. Shout out to NFC. Um, I don't know how she knew. I just really needed a damn. I needed a tether. That's what it was. I don't know if I had already begun watching Undone, or if it was just before or just after. But we were talking about it on Twitter, and I think we may have like done a behind the scenes like DM chat or something. And I was just like, I have this way of unraveling sometimes when I just feel lost in space and time, like I'm watching my life like a movie. And she was like, well, you know, we were watching Lovecraft Country with on the Conic Low streams, and came across Cthulhu, um, and I fell in love with it. And then I decided, like, there's only one Cthulhu, y'all, but for me, he's got a name, and his name is Fella. Like, he could be Cthulhu, but his spirit's name is Fella, or vice versa. So anyway, I found this on Books a Million, and then she sent it to me. Um, and spiritually, it reminded me of the times when yes, you're the green dude in spirit, Von Erich. But it reminded me of, when I was pregnant with my youngest son. From the moment that I found out I was pregnant with him, I was on bed rest. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. I wasn't allowed to do anything. I had 2 hours a day, 2 hours a week that I could leave my house, and one of those was dedicated to going to the doctor. So, but anyway, I say all that to say, fella wanted to come out and say, hey, y'all. You say, how's your spirit? I have not forgotten about our positively plural or plushy community. It's just, yeah, I've been beat up by a lot of things, and so there's a lot going on. But Sister Ine, something about your stretchiness. I thought about a green stretchy thing when I thought about you. I don't know what that is. Ooh, I do. Okay. I know we're supposed to be getting Von Erich up to speed. Von Erich, the name of the movie is The Incredibles. It's a Disney thing. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to Flubber. Because I think that's the green stretchy thing that's in my brain. Um, Robin Williams, I think, was one of the all-time greatest comedians. Yes, plushies matter. Let's let the man. You got a life in there. Listen. The way that Daniel was jealous of fella, I'm not gonna say that plushies don't have spirits. Okay, I feel like Daniel and fella used to get into it when I was asleep or some shit. Cause the way he treated fella, I would find fella in places, in corners and things, and I'm like, dang, fella, what you do? So I'm just saying, your plushies might have a spirit. You might want to tap into it. Hold on. Okay. So Flubber, I think, is one of those really great movies. He's got another movie came out around the same with the little girl, Bicentennial Man. Love that movie too. Hold on. Okay, just wanted to make sure I had it
right. I love you with all my heart. With every molecule, every atom. I love you on a subatomic level.
This is going to be the very last time I try to marry you.
I'd rather die than disappoint you.
On the most important day of his life, Philip Brainerd, the world's most absent-minded professor, made a few little mistakes.
Oops. Wow, what a bang.
And one gigantic flub.
Flubber.
Flubber? Sounds like baby shampoo.
It's a metastable compound. If you apply a small amount of energy, it liberates an enormous quantity of energy.
This definitely has applications in the field of sports.
When I exit this window, the flubber will send me right back up unharmed.
Are you nuts?
Ta-ta, my love. Ouch.
Walt Disney Pictures presents
Oh.
a classic story
Oh, sorry. First time flyer.
of boy meets goo.
Get him!
This Thanksgiving, discover the stuff that dreams are made of. Robin Williams.
Hit the deck! It's Flubber!
Flubber.
Oh, boy.
Okay. I had to share that one. And here's what we're gonna do. If we go for another 19 to 20 minutes, we'll be at the 2 hour mark. So we're gonna stay here for that long. But you guys, I think there's another movie. Robin Williams, Patch Adams, is an amazing movie. I think that it gives you some understanding to why you need to go outside and play every day, just a little bit. Get some sunshine, listen to some music, eat your favorite things, hang with your favorite people. Um, I know that there's a lot of controversy around a lot of these things lately, but we've got to just try to take our feelings out of some of these things and find the universal understanding. Um, because that's it. Like, it's universal understanding that we've got to get to before we can move forward to anything else. And that's on a global scale, national, or from a city state. Like, you gotta, we have to have a universal understanding of who we are as people. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't want to be Mrs. Doubtfire. I want to be what he did in that movie, where he was able to like incorporate all of the things into a show and share it. You know, kind of like Mr. Rogers meets Mrs. Doubtfire meets JP meets Mr. Robinson for some hood clarity. I mean, I am from Memphis, Tennessee. You dig? Let me put some cream in my coffee. I'll be right back. In the meantime, they hang out together. Y'all listen. Larry don't sleep with us, but fella be in the bed. I'm just telling you the truth, like you, so y'all know what to expect. Don't be thinking nothing different. Hey March, how's your spirit this March? Welcome to the 1st of March, March. It's the first day of you being you, March. How's your spirit? What's it like to have your own month, March? Hey, Larry, the fellas say what up. Larry said what up, y'all. He peace. him and fella are chatting about some things. They're getting acquainted, like they don't be in the same space too often. And you know how it is. You can't just it's like fish. You have to gradually introduce them into their new tank or environment because otherwise you can shock the shit out of them. It's like that, yeah. Same thing with me and anyone else probably who has complex PTSD or even PTSD for that matter. If you don't have to shock them into a new environment, if you can gradually bring them into a thing, definitely better than just being like, bam, here you are, hopping to the spotlight. Pow, oh shit, y'all. Wow. I ain't ready. They ain't ready. Folks ain't ready. Created in this world too. You're feeling Marchy? I bet you are. Step 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. I don't know. So see, the thing is like we went from cadence and marching to you doing like an aerobics workout, which is basically how I walk around town. Do I have the right strain over here with me? I do. We got some funky charms. And listen, Sister Enid, March. We got Marcus, March, and Von Eric. Oh shit now. I'm not trying to be Sister Enid up in this bitch. Hold on. I'm gonna get a different strain. I might need to eat and go to sleep. Hold on. NFZ is very polite. She say hello. NFZ, say what up. NFZ, we be like, hey, Shawty, how your spirit? Like, I want you to make a video of that for me. I'm sorry. Y'all just leave me alone. Oh, my bad, gremlins. She said, there you go, NFZ. She said, what's up? No, see, you put the T in there. You gotta drop something. NFZ, you gotta get comfortable. You gotta drop the T, or it's gotta be like, sup. Like, yo, like, you gotta let the stiff go. There you go. You gotta let the stiff go. I expect you to lean into your libertarian ways, you cauliflower lady. You just gotta you just gotta draw the T. So it's like, what's up? We don't even nobody say the W, so it's fine if you're gonna type it. But like, you gotta drop the T. So what's up? You know what? We're gonna do this millionaire gelato. Because I have a small nug of it, and I think I've got like a petite sized piece of the Larry Lim OG, so we'll put them together. Listen, and that's the thing about it, NFZ. March over there. March. There you go. No, why you put a question mark on it, though? It's a statement, really. I mean, like, that's why you have to say, what up, Wilma? How's your spirit? You got to say, how's your spirit? Because what up? It's just like, hey. See what I'm saying? So what's up? What's up? It's like, hey. So you don't put a question mark on it. You just, what's up? That's it. And then after you say what's up, then you be like, how you doing? How's your spirit? How your mama them? How your cousins? You know what I'm saying? Where you been? That's it. We gonna get you right, NSC. Don't you worry about it. By the time that you get to the barbecue, girl, you're gonna be straight. Hey, you're my cauliflower first mate, NFZ. Don't you worry. There you go, Mark. Tell her, March. Tell her to put some swag on it. Yeah. So I had a little piece of this Larry Lim OG, you guys, which is, let me turn this down. And Lord, y'all, I need to go get my glasses for real. Okay, so the Larry Lim OG is 23.06% THC, and then this Millionaire Gelato is 17.4. So we're gonna have some fun. But yeah, I did. I'm just trying to hook you up. So what we're going to do is 8:20 in the desert. So that means that it's 4:20 somewhere. Y'all go ahead and get your Bose packs and your lighters lit. And we're going to smoke a little hay. And we're going to stay here for another 10 minutes. And then we're going to get on our way. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And I appreciate you letting me pick at you, NSD. Everyone else is thankful because I have been going after them. The last 2 weeks since Hell froze over two Tuesdays ago, I just been going for people that I love in a very loving spiritual way. But I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play with y'all today. It's just like playtime for me spiritually. So anyway, happy 420 wherever you are, because wherever I am is 420, and I think you're a star. Shout out to my community, which is one community that has grown throughout the years. I appreciate y'all. Cause it's get my big black Peter suck. I'll be honest. wanna I wanna get somewhere with all of y'all in the chat and a couple other people and play Cards Against Humanity and see how that turns out. We so damn spiritually and morally convicted, having to play that damn game would be so funny. Inhale, exhale the smell, smoking hell by myself. Wow, stop fucking loud. Listen, I'm from Memphis, Mark, and you know we felt some type of way about Crucial Conflict and Bone Thugs, and so. But I let it go because you know I'm from there, but I ain't like from there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was born there, and I lived there. I lived there until I was like 4. I stopped returning there when I was about from 11 to 20 something. Cause well, no, it was maybe older than that. We visited on and off, but anyway. But you know, like every Southern family, we have family, or I have family that moved up north. So they would have gone to Chicago. They would have gone to Detroit. I don't know. The furthest north that I know my family moved would be the Maryland, D.C. area. Virginia, really. March. First of all, when you in the military community, you're going to hang out with cauliflower people. When you live in North Carolina, you're going to be around cauliflower people. And Cards Against Humanity is really a cauliflower game. And then we started playing it. Okay, NFC. That would make sense. I mean, on a spiritual connection level, because of the Chicago Irish police family thing. And you know, the new religion thing. Anyway. She lied to you. Listen, I gotta play this song. I don't know why. Spirit say, you know, I don't know if there's someone out there who needs to hear it or has something that they want to say to me. Or maybe Spirit wants me to play it and then something will come through. But, yeah.
Welcome to Soul Stack Records. So, I hear you like to be a star. Well, the price of fame is not cheap.
It's not, I hear.
You got what it takes. But all we want is your
Oh, yeah, March, Chicago. I bet you see a lot. Anyway, you said we played Cards Against Humanity. Man, see the thing is like I enjoyed Cards Against Humanity, but I do have a heart, and sometimes the cards that you have will make you say something that makes you seem mean as shit, and you don't mean it, but that's all you got to play. And so if you don't have your own spirit about some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not comfortable in the skin that you in, you shouldn't play Cards Against Humanity. That shit will fuck you up. Dang, not all of them. She said shrooms, LSD, weed, and acid. That was just lit. Only thing that they wasn't doing was drinking when they made it. Like, imagine being the only fat person at the table where the fat bastard card is played. That make you feel some type of way. You the only one sitting there. People ain't got no choice but to play the card against you. My pop. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The whole world gonna know who I am. It's JP on the beat, bang, can't stay down with your girl. You know I'm the jam. Yes, sir. Hey. Yes, ma'am. Oh, the whole world gonna know who I am. It's JP on the beat, two signs, stay down with your girl. You know I'm the jam. So when they first made the game, they let you download and print the cards. Oh wow, yeah, because it's another one of those things that was made in like a college dorm room or shit like that, or like a bunch of college homies did it. By now, I doubt not. I mean, the idea because you'd be able to change up the cards, replace them, and I don't know, maybe. I'm in agreement with you though, NFC. Like I appreciate organizations or companies that stay close to their roots. Whatever you started out with, that's going to be like your SOP, your spiritual integrity. That's your home base of learnings and offerings and things. I don't think that should change. That shouldn't waver that much. Like if your mission is taking monkeys to Mars, motherfuckers, don't ever stop taking monkeys to Mars. And if you're gonna stop taking monkeys to Mars, you'd better start teaching other people how to take monkeys to Mars. My bad, y'all. I'm not sure, NZ. Oh, you have to. I mean, what that? Blah 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 blah. What your name is? Wilma. Do they still give out blank cards? Ivana, I want to buy it. It might conflict with my Christian morals. I'm sure. I think. Listen. By now, March, they probably have a Christian Mingles version of everything. So you know. If Christians can mingle, are Christians supposed to? Y'all not supposed to mingle, right? Y'all not supposed to mingle though. I thought y'all not supposed to mingle. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Christians were supposed to come together. Uh, I thought Christians were supposed to come together for a particular reason, and that's it. It's Christian mingling season though, from what I understand. Ooh, y'all. That ain't right. Spirit said y'all gonna be. Spirit, I will not say that out loud. What I will say is there is a grown man in this space who's about to lose his. He's a grown man. But apparently, he don't have relations, and he's about to. Marcus, yes, cause Marcus, yes, cause they say some things about Jesus that will have, honey. I mean, yeah. If I say something to make you clutch your pearls, then they're definitely gonna have you clutching your pearls. Flag on the play, March. Flag. If you want to see people squirm, play Twister. NSD said awesome. Hey, right, NSD? Somebody ought to be getting it in. Shout out to you, dude. From what I can tell, she's good for you. I ain't trying to do no more than that. Please, I don't want to be involved. That's gross. But you know, I think that people should stop squirming after they're. I'm gonna stop. We've met the 2-hour mark, y'all. Oh shoot. Ooh! I don't even have to cook to eat. There's still some jambalaya left. I got a muffin right here. I got a croissant where all I can do, I can put some butter on it. Ooh, y'all. Okay. My fat kids is kicking in. So y'all need to eat too. Go get you something to eat and drink. Take a nap. A bath. Whatever you gotta do. And get comfortable. How about that? I'll be back sometime later on today. Y'all know me. I'll be sharing that I was remembering you referring to Lovecraft Country, one of my favorite shows, but I know, Marcus, it hurt my feelings that they canceled it. But I will play this before we go because it was in the movie. In the show. So what we can do, y'all, seriously, I'm going to figure out NMZ. I want to use Google. I don't know. I want to be able to watch Lovecraft Country and a couple of other shows because people like Von Erich and March be messing up and ain't seen stuff before. So then when I be bringing up stuff for references, I have to go back and tell stories. Anyway, before I forget, thank you, Tadar. Let's go back to the top and say hey and goodbye to everybody. Peace, Sister Ine NFC. I'm so glad you came through. I love you, dude. Von Erich, I love you. Ine, I love you too. It ain't like that. I'm just saying, I rarely see her, so I'm just making sure she know I love her. Sister Ine. Maybe it's not your drink that's green. You are right. I love you, girl. I love you. Israel, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I think that's the first time visiting over here. Who else? Wilma, I think I already spoke. Marcus, I love me some you, dude. You're my favorite not troll. How about that? Who else did I miss? March Harris. March! You get the knees up. It's high knee season. You hear me? It is homecoming season, right? It's just starting, I think. So it's homecoming season. You need to get your knees up high. You need to get your whistle right. You need to get your little thingy. You know what? Okay, one more and I swear we gonna go. We gonna go. I promise. Yeah. We just go. Okay. Get yourself together. Get them high knees, Sister Ine. I love me some you. Jonathan Major's star is rising, honey. Oh, just boy, I have my ping, pow, like high knees in homecoming season. His rise. H.P. Lovecraft lore always interested me, and like curiosity would freak me out as I dive into the Colossus type of things. Listen. I think we might be able to do a stream like during the juxtaposition between H.P. Lovecraft and something like Stephen King. It's something to get into, Marcus. Like we talked about Stephen King the other day, and a lot of people were really afraid of that. So, H.P. Lovecraft, child, seriously. Mark, the Gremlins, that's the rest of the dead. That's the drum line. If you are the drum major, March, then the Gremlins are the drum line. Y'all need to get it moving. Get them knees up. Get that beat right. Larry and Fella. I know he looked menacing, but he's loving. We love y'all. Keep your spirit up. We'll see you in the streams. Deuces. Love y'all. Cheeks. I see it, I want it. Okay.